ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis when the price have been in this move, exactly even here, we mentioned we have put this to line 1642, and we mentioned if the price we expect that drop to 1642, and if there is a breakout, the next level is we're looking is 1562. Okay, and as we can see, the first time the price dropped to 1642, it couldn't break. It started to draw correct, and when the price was here, we mentioned in next down move, the price easily can tag 1562. As we can see, the price tag and reverse. Now we want to see this one is the start of the, I mean, the price can reverse from here, or we get the correction for one more drop. Ideally, if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking when the price was in this correction, we have been looking for this. I mentioned this one, that there is a possibility to give us one more drop, and this is what we get. And even I mentioned, even that we get the correction here for one more drop, we can put in relative to this, but in terms of the time and length, they are not matched. Okay. By the way, as what we were expected, the price drop and we get 1562 at exactly tag, and now we want to see whether this is the start of the reversal or not, because I mentioned if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. Okay. Now we move to daily chart with higher time frame. We want to see what we have been looking for. All right, again, as we can see, we are still within this correction. And when the price was within this move, I mentioned we need to be quite careful. This correction, if you want to look for buy, can be more complex. That means this one can drop more. Okay, now the question is whether this one can continue and retest this low or not. Okay, still we cannot confirm, but we need to know that if you want to look for buy, especially as what I was mentioning here, made this one become deeper. Exactly, we see when the price was within this correction, I was keep mentioning the price can drop more. This is what we get. Okay, what I want to say is that I don't mean the price is going 100% to drop to 1250, but what we need to know, may this one turn to more complex correction before we get the next move. That's why if we want to look for buy, if we get any trade setup which is not moving, we don't stay with the trade. By the way, we want to see how we can trade if we move to forward chart. Again, based on forward chart, we have been looking this one in relative to this. And the first things we have been looking for was we have been looking for this small down move, but this one we dropped quite a lot. And now the question is whether we can put this one, if I remove everything, whether we can put this one in relative to this as an internal correction for 1, 2, 3, or this is the only one and this is the last wave. Mostly we can put this one as the last wave because this one, because now we can put this one in relative to this. And now we want to see whether this is the start of the reversal. If we get any buy setup, we take it. Okay. And if I put back everything, that's why when the price was here, when there was this correction, I was keep mentioning whether we put in relative to this or this. Okay. Because the only point things I was pointing is that we're going to get the correction for one more drop. But the question was how big this one can be. That's why I mentioned it cannot be similar to what we have here. By the way, now the thing is, as what we're expected, 1562. Now we want to see whether we can get any trade setup for reversal. Because we mentioned if the price drop, if I get any reversal for buy, we take the trade. What we have here just now, we have a sharp move. And if I move to 15 minutes, we don't have any good trade setup to look for buy. But what we can see here is still we have a correction. Okay, right now we cannot confirm this one is a correction for one more drop or this is the start of the reversal. No, how we can trade it if I move to 1 hour chart? First things, I want to put this one relative to this. What we have based on the indicators, MACD doesn't show us anything, but the another one give us a divergence. Okay, we cannot rely on that. No, how are we going to trade it? For me, if I want to trade, I prefer to wait because if this one turn to a correction, still we can expect one more drop because based on daily chart, we mentioned how deep it can know it can drop. We are not sure. Even it can retest the lowest price, which is highlighted based on daily chart. Okay, that means this one easily can turn to any of this correction for one more drop. That's why we have to wait. What we have here, the only thing is right now what we have here, we can we can say is a correction for one more drop. It's become more complex, similar to what we have here. It can give us better, confirmation. But how we can look for buy? Because we mentioned if the price drop, any reversal we can look for buy. Either this one continues a sharp move with the flag, or again we wait for the next move down, reversal, sharp move. Like the reversal with the sharp move, like we look for buy. But of what I have here right now, it doesn't give me any reversal point. That means I don't have the sharp move that confirm the price is going to reverse. And what I have here is still we can put this two in relative to the internal correction for one more drop. Okay, may I show as example? All right. We don't have any example for the similar to what we have here. May I just as example, but I point on it. When the price drop, we get the sharp move, a small correction, or we had this one with this kind of the correction. This is what we call it for as example as a sharp move with a small correction of like to look for buy. But what I have here, I don't have any buy setup. Even the price sharply reverse from here, I don't think we can look for buy. I need what we need the sharp move at least with a correction of like for next move. By the way, we don't have any trade setup. Still, there is a possibility for price to give us one more drop because the way is dropping, the moving is still is a down move, and we're looking for every correction we giving us any, I mean the drop. But if anyone is looking for sell from now, they need to be quite careful because if they're looking for sell, any sell from now we consider as a short term. As long as we get into the profit, we start to manage it. If we don't stay for in the trade if VC is not moving, okay? Because in any case, in any times, we will see the reversal and we are more interested to look for buy rather than sell. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.